This tutorial is going to be the remake version of the baby heart. The result from the old version is not very solid and it looks more like a grapes than a heart. I figured out a way to make the heart more solid, but there's a gap between both sides of the heart. Determined to make it better, this is what I came up with. Can you spot the differences? Stay by the end of the video to learn a chance to win this double baby hearted phone charm. This cute perfect little heart, you can make it into so many things. And if you'd like to purchase them, please check the info box. Here's a simple earring and a pendant. Not too big or small, just the perfect size. You'll be addicted to making them once you start. So let's begin, my crafty babies. I like to use fishing line because it's very strong and inexpensive. It's also see-through, so you won't see the line in between each beads. The fact that it's see-through is really hard to show on camera. Therefore, I applied the green and red nail polish on both ends of the lines. I colored the whole line, but you can just simply color the tips of the lines so you can follow along. I'm using the 4mm bicone beads. If you had round bead, it would turn out great too. First, start by threading 4 beads and pull it to the center of the line. Take your red line, thread it through the last bead on the green line. This will create your very first loop. Add 3 beads to the red line. Take your green line and thread it through the last bead on the red line. This is how your second loop should look. Add 3 more beads to the red line. Use your green line and thread it through the last bead on the red line. Make sure you pull them tightly in each loop. Add 3 more beads to the green line and thread it through the red line. The concept of 3D beading is to make series of small loops to create bigger objects. Take your green line and thread it through the bead where I'm pointing. At this point, we're not adding the beads yet, we're just setting up for the 5th loop. You're gonna see this technique throughout the tutorial. Add 1 bead to the red line and crisscross it using the green line. With that, you should see a half heart forming. Moving on to the 6th loop. Add 3 beads to the green line and crisscross it using the red line. Remember to pull it tight. Now you can see the other arch of the heart. Now we're prepping the 7th loop. Thread it through the beads that where I was pointing. Go ahead, add 2 beads to the red line and crisscross it using the green line. Once you pull it tight, you will see one side of your heart. Take your green line and thread it through the bead where my tweezer is pointing. This is the first loop to make the second half of the heart. Pull it tight and add 2 beads to the red line. Thread the green line to the last bead on the red line. You should end up with something like this. Pay special attention to the next step. Take your red line, avoiding the next bead, skip over to the following bead and thread it through by using your red line. It is important that you skip that 1 bead because that's going to create the perfect arch on the heart. Add 1 bead to the green line and crisscross it using the red line. If you look carefully, you can see that one side of the arch is smoother than the other. The 10th loop, add 2 beads to the red line and crisscross it using the green line. And this is the way how it looks. Take your red line, thread it through the bead where my tweezer is pointing. It should be the very first bead on the 2nd arch of the heart. Add 1 bead to the green line and crisscross it using the red line. You have to pay special attention to the next loop because we are avoiding 1 more bead. This is the bead that we are going to avoid. After that, take your green line and thread it through the following next 2 beads. We're basically prepping to make the 12th loop. Once you have that ready, add 1 bead to the red line and crisscross it using the green line. Be sure to pull it tight because once you do that, you're gonna see the heart forming. Take your green line, thread it through the next 2 beads where my tweezer is pointing. Add 1 more bead to any of the line and crisscross it using the opposite line. Pull it tight, now you can see the full side of the heart. But we have 1 more closing loop. You want the green line to go all the way around on the bottom and meet up with the red line. This will complete the whole structure of the heart. Make sure to pull everything tight, and at this point, just make a square knot. Be sure to tie it twice so that it won't come loose. This is optional. I like to hide the knot at the center of the bead. Just thread the line through the nearby bead and just pull the knot to the center of the bead. And it's super easy to add a jump ring to the center of the heart. There's a 2 line in between the arch of the heart. Simply take a jump ring, hook it through both of the lines for maximum security. Add a clasp or anything of your choice, depends on what you're making. You can definitely use this heart in so many different occasions. Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, maybe even Christmas? Make it for your girlfriend or boyfriend, even your best friend. Oh yeah, and you can't forget your mom. Everybody likes small baby heart, especially if it's pink. Tell me a difference between the new and the old version of this tutorial. Rate this video and you are instantly enter a chance to win a phone charm. If you like strawberry, check out the info box. Congratulations to last week's winner. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. May you be happy.